Okay, so we we are back with another episode of Sound Design with me. So let's get everything looking good. Yeah. Okay. So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Danny Xander, music producer and sound designer, and today we're going to be diving into alternate modulation sources in Reaktor, a sound design tool. So, moving beyond the classic LFO to unlock unique evolving sounds for your patches. And if that sounds exciting to you, stick around. So, let's get started. So, we're going to start off with a basic patch. But before I do that, I'm going to explain just a little bit about how Reaktor works and the basics. So, we're going to open up the program. We're going to open up Reaktor. You're going to see several different options available. Let me just close something that's open. Okay, so you're going to see several different options available, and one is going to be the play option, one is going to be the patch option, and one is going to be the build option. Today we're going to be using the build option, and we're going to build out our sound design patch. So we're going to get a simple oscillator, filter, VCA, and when we have them, there's going to be no basic modulation. So I'm going to open them up first and show you what that looks like. So we're going to go into the bento box collection. We'll get ourselves a VSA. We'll get ourselves a filter. We'll get ourselves an oscillator. And we brought those two things in. Like, yeah, we can make sound with them. We can make some sound with them. And that's great. But we want to take a step further. And we want to really sculpt out something that's unique. Or more unique. So I'm going to grab the node in. We should be able to get a basic sound out of this. I'm going to also grab an envelope. So I'm going to reorganize my panel just so that everything is in the order that I need it to be in. I'm going to flip it up so that you guys can see what it looks like. And then we are going to continue with the build. So right now I have basic oscillator, amp, oscillator filter, or oscillator, amp, filter, oscillator filter, amp setup. So today I'm going to be adjusting that a little bit, and this can make a pretty basic sound. So I'm going to show you that just by disconnecting this just for a second. So got a basic tone from our oscillator. So now we can hear a basic tone coming from our oscillator, and that's fine. That's nice. We can change the pitch. And that's fine and all, but let's add some movement and alternative modulation sources instead of our standard LFO. So I'm going to start off and let's add in maybe a random sound. So let's go to our block section, and we'll add in some kind of sound, something to add to modulation. So if we go into our prime blocks, we might be able to find something that's going to add an alternate source of modulation. So we can use a sample and hold. So what a sample and hold does is it grabs values at set intervals and creates a stepped modulation pattern. So let me add that in, and we can tweak that and play around with it. So we just gotta look for it. So just trying to see if we find something. Let's try another way. Gonna look in the block section for something that's not a prime block. So there it is. Just couldn't see it. So going to add in our sample and hold. Let's put the sample and hold in. Let's say let's put it there. Let's try our oscillator again. So let's turn on our mod source. Let's see if we can get this to react. So let's rehook this up as a with the VCA. So we have control over the volume. And then I'm going to add in the sample and hold. Okay. So I'm going to keep going. Okay. That seems to be working there. let's use this LFO to trigger. Just gonna remove those two things. So as you can see, you can just experiment with how this works over time and really come up with your own patches. This is just an example of how you can experiment, but feel free to take this and make it your own. Yeah, feel free to take it and make it your own, whatever you would like to make, and I will see you in the next live stream. Peace.